everybody, welcome back to the channel. Uh, this is interesting. This is my first time using OBS Creator. You know, I was sitting there thinking that I needed a capture card and everything else. But as you can see, here I am once again. I'm trying something different. You know, like I told you all in a couple videos back that I was going to take you on, along with me. Well, now I can't. See, now I can bring you into Amazon with no problem. And you can see all the graphics cards and the prices. Now, you guys can't tell me that these prices are coming down. Now, the 6500 XT, it's 4 gigabytes. Not a lot of people are going to buy that because it's 4 gigabytes. I might, just to test it out. It's well worth the price. So, and let's see what else. What else is going to be worth it? Alright. Well, let's flip the next page and see what we get. Oh, wow. $1,500 for an Asus TUF 3090 Ti OC. $1,500. $332 for a 2060 Super, 8 gigabytes. That's still too steep for me. And I know the consumers out there, and y'all thinking that, with the prices, it is a little steep. Especially the way inflation is and everything else. So, it's a lot to think about, when it comes to the prices that are on Amazon. You know what? We've been talking about what's on Amazon. Why don't we do this? Why don't we go to, let me see. Let me open up a new window here and just type in Newegg. Okay, now we're on Newegg and we're doing the graphics cards. 1,224, 609, 779, 759. I mean, that's a little steep, especially for a 3080. 389. Well, I don't know this brand right here, Yeston. I don't know that brand. I usually don't buy off-market brands. Last time I did that, I wound up with a crap card. A crap nvidia GT730. GeForce GT730. It was supposed to be 4 gigs. And it was supposed to have 384 CUDA core and all that. It's supposed to be a good card, and they were all praising it. No. I will never do that again. Let's see what else we got here. They got the Saplos GT730, the 2 gigabytes, 75. Truthfully, I will not recommend anything less than 4 gigs. Well, the reason why I won't recommend anything less than 4 gigs is the fact of if you're going to want a game and everything else and you want a little bit more, you want level entry, I wouldn't recommend anything less than 4 gigs. Some people recommend, they say, with the way games are being made today, you know, you got the top tier games, you got your mid tier games, you got your low tier games. If you want your top tier games, then you're going to spend the money. You're going to spend the money for high-end graphics cards. I mean, I myself only play mid-level and low-tier games. I do overclock. I'd rather try to overclock. Let's say right here, a Gigabyte 3060. A friend of mine down south told me that he got a Gigabyte 3060. He tried to overclock it, but then he had to go and send it back because somehow it burned up one of the chips inside of it, and he had to return it to get another one. He just said he wanted a refund of his money. I wouldn't blame him, you know. I mean, if, you know, I look at it this way: new gamers and level entry gamers, you're best off. I mean, right here, MSI, Mech Radeon RX 6600, 8 gigabytes GDR6. If you want to play mid-level and low-level games, that's perfect. Your high-level games, you know, it depends on your flavor. Okay, me, I don't mind either or. I don't mind Intel, I don't mind AMD, and I don't mind nvidia. Truthfully, I wouldn't mind having a mix all of 3. But I have a mix of 2. I have AMD and I have nvidia right now. So if I wanted Intel, then basically I would set up another computer and I would run right off of the iGPU, and then I would have that mix. But that's kind of, the Intel I got right now is back in the Stone Age. You know, it's not something that I would use for everyday gaming, because what's on the iGPU of those, they won't run, not even low-end games. They'll run between, the ones that I got run between Windows 95, 98 XP, Me, and Vista. That's the kind of Intel I have. But someday I will have top tier, and I'll be working towards that. So, you know, it depends on what you want. I mean, if you really want to spend $2,500 to get yourself a really bodacious PC, well, that's more power to you, because you're going to spend between $2,500 and $3,000 to get yourself a high-end PC. Now, if you wait until next year and you want to get a high-end PC, they got AMD's got the new 7000s coming out, the processors, you know, DDR5's around the corner. With that, between October and December, it's all going to be pretty much floating out slowly. And after that, in 2023, then you're going to have something more come out. Okay, so, and they say they're going to take and hold this series to 2025, if I remember right. They're going to hold it all the way to 2025. And then they're going to come up with a new series. Now, DDR4, it had a long run, more than 10 years plus. I think, yeah, more than 10 years plus. So, if, you know, if you're looking for a motherboard, what you can do is you can go and, look on Amazon and look for motherboards. But they got the B550 Tomahawk for 169. They got the Asus ROG Strix Z690F for 359. That's 12 Intel 12 Gen. Okay. Some people are running to I see a lot of reviewers running to this board too. We'll go ahead and click on that. See, now if this is something you're looking for right here, then that's not bad. I mean, it's got enough M.2 slots and everything else. Oh my goodness. See, it supports PCIe 5.0, DDR5, and out of the box Windows 11 ready. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny they say that right out of the box. But if we go backwards and I go and look for the B450, now I went on, well, since I got you here, I can take you to that site and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you got the MSI Pro for 89. You got MSI Pro Series for 74. You get the Asus. This is the one I got. This is the one I got for 79 bucks. Now this is compatible with the 5000 series. And it's not hard to update the BIOS. I can tell you that. It's not hard to update the BIOS. I mean, prices to apples, I like this motherboard better than I do the 550. Even though that the 550's got PCIe 4.0, that doesn't really give me much more than what I'm getting off of this board right now. So let's go to Asus's site. Prime boards are not bad. See, it's got BIOS flashback. That's something the 550 doesn't have, the B550. If you go to the Prime B550, it does not have BIOS flashback. And it's got pretty much everything else. Everything else for 79 bucks. And the only difference is the See, the thing is this. Okay, if I were to go shopping and I said I wanted motherboards. I said, well, give me something that's good. Okay. Well, if I'm at the 450, right, I want something better. I think I would have to jump over the 550 to the 600 series. I think I would. Or the B460 Plus. I wanted to show you the comparison between the Prime the B550, B660, and the 450 MA. Now the 550 and the 660 Plus are both the same price. Now, you got the 550 on the left for the CPU. You got the 660 in the middle, and you got the 450 on the end. Look at the difference. Look at the difference between the 550 and the 450. Now, the B450 gives you all that right there. Now, the B550 gives you all that right there. That doesn't give you much support. Okay, now, coming down to the memory, looking at the memory, okay, this is where the B550 is going to jump ahead, because if you look, the B450, the max DDR4 RAM is 4400 overclocked. Now you go to the B550, the max RAM overclock for DDR4 is 4866. Now if you go to the B660, you look at the max DDR4 is 5066. Okay. Now the B660 would be your best, for the simple fact it might be DDR4, but isn't Gen 5 clocking up over 5,000? That's the question. But this is DDR4. You can go up, and this is all AMD. You can go up to Gen 5 with DDR4. I don't know about the support, but it's possible. I heard they got the new revisions of the RAM for these PCs, these motherboards here. So graphics wise, yeah, I can see the B660. I can see the B660 beating the B450 and the B550. Oh, my bad. This is Intel. The 660. Oh, I should remove that one, but I just want to show for the same price. For the same price, you can get the same as the 550 to the 660. And with it given support to go up to Gen 5 speeds, don't get rid of your DDR4 just yet. I think the 660 will be more than enough to run the the nvidia RTX 4090. Just a guess. Won't know until it's tested. So if it's true, then my next update will be going to the B660 with Asus. I mean, the only thing that I don't see with the 550 I see in the 450 is the flashback bias, or the bias flashback on the motherboard. That's the only thing I really don't see. But anywho, you know, it is what it is. If you're looking to spend money, okay, and you just want to get something mid-level, I would either recommend the B450 because it'll run a lot of processors, a lot of different type processors for AMD. Now, the B550, I don't think that, I've been hearing good and bad and ugly with it, but the B450 right here, the B450 right here, that's been tested by me. That is tested for 79. That's tested with the Ryzen 5 5600G, which they said it didn't run on a B450 board, which is bullshit, you know. It's bull. It does. It's just you got to update the BIOS to run it. And they said that the B450 motherboard will only do Windows 10. Let me give you a little insight. It'll do Windows 11. That's already tested and proven by me. Yes, it does not have PCIe 4.0, but the 3.0 is just as fast as all can be. I mean, you can't, for the price for it, for $79 and $54 for the RAM and $150 for the processor, for a low budget gaming, you know, rig, that's not bad for a low budget gaming rig. I mean, 750 watt power supply, runs beautiful. RGB, it's got RGB lighting all the way across the board, which you see right here. That's my system. If you're looking at if you're looking at this picture up above, that's current on my system. That's my system right there, if you're wondering. That's my system, and as you can see, it has the RGB fans do not run off of the motherboard. That runs off of a controller, and the controller is right here. So I decided that the more power that you pull off of the motherboard, the more power it loses. So if I'm running 6 fans, and I'm running you know, 1 CPU fan with those 6 fans off of that motherboard, that's pulling so much power off of that motherboard that starves the components on the motherboard. To me, I feel that for years that I've always did everything separately. That the only thing I didn't do separate was the heat sink for the CPU. That is always on the motherboard. So if you're going to do any lighting system whatsoever on your computer, you're best off to take and get one of these controller systems and do your own thing. Now, you can turn the fan, this controller here, you can turn the fans on and off. Well, not the fans, but you can control the speed of the fan. You can control the colors, the functions, everything. These fans are not bad. In my past video, past couple videos, I showed the fans that I'm using on Amazon. I got them from Amazon. So, you know, if you're going to look it up, I'll pull it back one more time. There you go, right here. $49 case, $44 fans. Right here. I'll leave that up there for a couple minutes for you to see it. Those are the fans I'm using right now in my system. Goes right there. So if you're looking for them, there they are. That's Amazon. So they're $44. They're decent fans and they look good. So if you're looking for the fans that are right there, those are the fans right there, just to let you know. But anyway, I'm not going to get too long-winded and everything else. I'm just going to say my piece on a couple things. You know, maybe in the future we'll do more, but like and subscribe, and you know, like and subscribe. But we'll talk again. I want to, like I said, I want to do I want to start doing weekly live streams. So this way I can start doing builds and stuff like that on live streams. You know. So that way y'all can see what I can do. See what this old man here can do. See what this old man's knowledge is compared to all them young guys. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. So y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful morning, or wherever you're at. And do join us once again, and we will be back. So until then, do have a nice day.